Yo, it is I. I speak to the void and the future. I am here to play Destiny. Ha 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 ha. Hey Jason, that was fast. Yeah, let me, 1 second. I'm gonna do a thing. Cool. I actually, hey, in memory, I just did. Um, so we're back on. It still says D&D. I have to get cyberpunk art, but we just confirmed. I can tell you that the stream, the my actual play stream with Greg is happening this Thursday. Let's see what we got with the weekly reset. Solstice is ending soon. Act now. Oh no. Timed microtransaction event. Oh yeah. Well, I just did. I have a real stream set for tomorrow, which I'm gonna try and stick to. Yeah. Honestly, it's Bungie has straight up said that microtransactions are the only thing keeping them afloat. So, I'm not faulting them too much. Alright, so what do I got here? Looks like IO is this week's Battleground contact event. Doesn't look like I got a new... There are like 2 ongoing story events. One of them is This Means to an End storyline, which is probably what I'm going to do. EA is the king of microtransactions. They are the reigning king. What they did to BioWare is criminal. I'm very angry at them. However, they did allow. Yeah, right. They did allow Jedi Fallen Order to come out, and that is a miracle because that game is a complete single player thing with one baloney DLC bit, and then the real bit of meaty content that they offered was a free update. So that's cool, but one game does not make up for, I don't know, everything else that they've done in their publishing history, especially what they did to Mass Effect and Dragon Age. It's not really DLC. Well, okay, so it's like extra skins for ships, and like he gets an extra poncho. But the only content they added like a training mode, like a danger room. Usually I'm like that too in memory, like gigs cosmetics, but in Destiny, it's Bungie has straight up said it's the thing that's keeping them going, and it's a really good philosophy in the sense that they aren't locking content behind. That there's no peeking a little there. There's no gameplay content that is hidden behind a second paywall. It is it is literally just cosmetics. That's the only thing you can buy. Alright, fine. Ugh, God, I don't want to yet. I want to earn another pinnacle and get my average up. So I'm hoarding engrams. I have my postmasters full of them. Exactly, which had everybody afraid who plays Destiny when they first introduced it at the end of Destiny 1. There's no pay to win in Destiny whatsoever. There's pay for access, which is, that's fine. I'm lazy. So, Soulkit, he's a new subscriber, but he's actually a more established Twitch streamer, which I was not aware of, Jay. That's crazy. His name's Jason. I'm just going to say his name because he's a close friend of mine. And way back in the day, in fact, back when Pat, who's been on this stream before, back when Pat and I were roommates, Jason was also our roommate. 3 of us all lived together. That is, yep, Jason said it much faster. We were roommates for 2 years. I'll just tell the story of how we met because it's funny. Oh yeah, we played, that was back when Destiny wasn't even on PC yet. And we had a huge living room. It was 5 people in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. It was 2 couples, Pat and his then girlfriend, and me and my current girlfriend. Yeah. So, like, we have a group of friends that we all belong to, and Jason and I were in the periphery of them, but hadn't met each other for whatever reason. You know how life goes. And regardless, we were at a party. And I'll just say it, the both of us were tripping pretty hard. We were young and in our 20s and tripping balls. And I'm of average height. I'm a little on the tall side, but Jason's a tall fella. And back then he sported a really huge afro, which was glorious. And so he stood out. So for whatever reason, tripped out Ari would just scan the room, and Jason and I would lock eyes and just nod at each other. And I didn't know it, but I found out pretty soon that he was also tripping, and we were on the same wavelength. And I went to go sit in one of my friend's rooms to listen to music in the dark to get away from the noise and the light. And Jason heard the music, and he sat down, and we started listening together. And then we took turns playing music. And we did that for a while. And then we kept meeting each other at parties, like maybe 2 or 3 more times. And I was looking for a new apartment, and these group of friends, their building had a neighbor upstairs who needed roommates. And I needed to move, and Jason needed to move. And someone had mentioned in passing that Jason was moving. And I, on a whim, suggested him to Sandra, our roommate, who the current tenant of the apartment. Yeah, I vouch for Jason. He's a quality guy. He should be our roommate. My only experience knowing him is just tripping balls at a party. That was literally, I could have made a horrible choice. I could have let a serial killer into my home. It could have been anyone. I played Russian roulette with my life. But Jason and we tripped together, and I knew him. And I knew it would be good. And I was correct. And then he moved to Colorado, and now he's in Colorado because he got sick in New York City. And ugh, I love the 70s. What a not getting the point of an afro. Anyways. It's alright. I've done very white things myself. Nobody's nerfect. Don't care about this. Don't care about this. Yeah, I would say you're the authoritarian there on afros, Jason. I could speak of Jufros. That's where I am. Bring in the storytelling heat. I'm glad you consider it heat and not tedium. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'm just loading up on bounties. The other thing that's a priority for me, beyond all the stuff I do in the tower, is, well, we'll do the contact stuff first. Are you just the flashpoint? What's going on with you? You're a flashpoint, and then what? You're just the contact event? Sorry, I'm talking to the game now. My hair is wavy. So, if you saw my parents, you could somehow see that I was their child, but, like, all the recessive genes got picked. So, my dad, is, like a big, I swear to God, like, 250-something pound, barrel-chested Russian guy. You wouldn't know it from looking at me. Tan skin and black hair, that is Jufro. My dad, he was a cabbie in the city. I'm cool because I can say the city and you know what city I'm talking about. That's how I show off. Aren't I cool? And he had a cabbie license and he showed it to me, and his I was about to say afro, his Jufro went outside the boundaries. And there's this great picture of my dad in this, like, crushed velvet disco suit. It's purple. And he's in his 20s, he's slim, he's got a real 70s mustache, and he's smiling all cocky like he's the hottest shit. And my grandma's just standing next to him, this little Polish old country Holocaust survivor, like, I survived the war, brought my son to this country for this, crushed velvet bell bottoms. Bearing in mind that both my grandparents on that side, my grandfather was a tailor and my grandmother was a seamstress, so they were perpetually, like, 30 years ago. And my dad tells me many horror stories of my grandfather tailoring all my dad's clothes, and he was dressed like a grandpa, and that he got a job just so he could buy his own clothing, like a pair of jeans and bell bottoms and stuff, because he'd be like, my grandfather, why buy, why make? Which is, by the way, that's not discrimination, that's accurate. That's how my grandpa talked. Nice. I figured it out. I figured it wasn't the country. Well, welcome to being associated with the tribe and all the shit that goes along with that. This is all new, all these boxes. I don't know why. That's ugly. My texture should not be set that. Are my textures set low? What the F is going on here? Video. No, everything's fine. This is an old computer, so it's not... There you go. It just had to load in. Still looks kind of scuzzy. Let's grab some quick stuff from Asher Mir.
The price is right. The purchase will suffice, I hope.
That sounds like I can do that one. Weekly. Alright. Fine. I'll take it. I'll do it. Okay, so that's what I want to do. I want to do this contact event. In fact, I'm going to go market. Did I grab Gunsmith? I did. I didn't even look what it was. I don't care what it was. I didn't even check what the elemental burn is today. We're running solar. Let's get solar. Ugh. I already got to pull out Destiny Inventory Manager already with this baloney. We'll do the auto rifle. We'll put anti-barrier rounds on. I should have been ready for you all. Look at this. I'm a mess. We got my Jotun. I will be running good. That's the right build. But I want a different heavy. So let's get a different heavy weapon here. Oh, I left it on my Titan. But bam. Cool. And we can put away... What can we put away? What do we put away? F you. Going to vault. Alright, cool. Hey, Isaacson, how's it going? I love it when people do the octopus thing. I don't know how Twitch works entirely, but I love that octopus thing. Would I recommend 2 monitors? Absolutely. For a variety of reasons. So, I'm using a laptop in addition to... so my laptop is what allows me to have access to my web browser. Like what's, I don't know, Isaacson, you just logged on, I don't know if you saw it, but my buddy SoulKit, who is, you missed the part of the stream where I was saying we were roommates for a while. He's another streamer. He's a cool dude. But whatever art he posted in our chat in the past is what's up. So I think I got all the right gear now equipped. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go do this. Let's have some fun. So this is part of the ongoing story of Destiny. I know I don't talk a lot about Destiny on this stream. Yeah, Isaacson, now you're getting. These pyramids are agents of the darkness, the poorly named and ill-defined villains of Destiny. They really they cross this line between Halo and Star Wars. There's definitely a certain we're all Jedi Knights, superpowers. We're zombie space wizards. Streamlabs is a Jason is right. I use Streamlabs. It's a wrapper for OBS, but really it offers a lot of services that make it easier. They give you free templates to download, and the interface is friendlier than the base OBS. That is what I am using. I'm using Streamlabs. That's how I see the chat and know that things are working and see my audio levels and make sure that the stream is functioning. And then yeah, I have a laptop which could have been monitor 3, but I actually like keeping it a laptop because I don't have to alt tab to get to it. And the goal here is to not alt tab. Not because I have anything embarrassing. You'll see either my Steam menu or maybe my background, which is Catwoman because I'm a big Batman nerd. And you know, a 33-year-old man-child. So that aside, it's just to be a smooth experience. No, it's not Halle Berry. Nothing against Halle Berry. Just that Catwoman movie, which is a crime. So not Halle Berry. It's a painting, like he does painting art from this guy named Adam Hughes, very famous comic book cover artist. So it's an Adam Hughes cover. Wiggly Boy. That's what I'm calling it from now on. Thank you, Eyes of Sin. I gotta remember, you said something so funny that I wanted to put it on a t-shirt last stream, but I don't remember what it was. Thankfully, it's all preserved on the internets. And I now have enough streams under my belt that stuff's starting to get deleted from Twitch. If you want to watch everything for some bizarre reason and see how I fumbled my way into where I am today, oh Jason, I'm so sorry to hear that you saw that in theaters. Shoot, where was I? I don't know what I was talking about anymore. I got distracted by all the things that are happening. I know we're still talking about Catwoman in the chat. That's what's important. Oh man, that's an old internet throwback, Jay. That's some prehistoric internet that's fossilized. I love it. It's my favorite type. That was meme archaeology. You were like Indiana Jones talking about like reading from his dad's journal to pass the Grail tests. That's how old that is. Zoomers would be like, what the fuck did you just say? For the record, I love Zoomers. I happen to think that the next generation, that the after us millennials, they're fucking awesome kids. The amount that they don't care and say what they want is super cool. You have to down tempo it. Yeah, my experience, my personal interactions, I don't have children, but my personal interactions with Gen Z via friends or family or whatever, they're pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. They just don't, it makes me feel old. The only reason I point things out is it's just like, oh man, you really, like you must look at a VHS and be like, what the hell is this plastic rectangle? And why would anybody use it ever? I'm at 60%, so I gotta play more of this. So I'm waiting for it to reset. We all are. That's what all these, that dude. Lady? Body of a lady. Lady! But dude, we said, is non-gendered in this stream. So that dude over there, I'm gonna use it. Oh, Jay, I assure you, you would know if I had kids long before you would find out about it by chance on the stream, because I would be having a nervous breakdown. Um, I'm cool. I'm cool with not being a dad for the time being. The world is scary right now. I applaud. I have a lot of friends that have kids or are literally having kids right now. Like, my Facebook stream is showing a bunch of my friends. Oh, she popped one out. Nope, there's his wife had one. Oh, hey, this one, what's up? Up to 7 viewers already? That's like my new average. Okay, nobody's starting this Mamma Jamma, but 5 people are here, so I'm starting it. Because I don't want to just keep chatting. I'm pausing right now. There's no definitive, like, never say never, but, like, it's not on my priorities right now. You all wouldn't be... It's just r/child free. Oh, man. I have actually never been to that subreddit, but I guess, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm just being responsible, man. I'm just, for me, it's a personal choice. But my good friend Greg of the Cyberpunk and D&D stream, he, of course, has a wonderful daughter, Sydney, who's been on his show, How to Drink, a couple of times. It's scary how like, big she's gotten. Yeah, babies are weird. And I'll say that to all my friends who have babies. It's fine. They're like smushy little slug things. But as I get older, biological imperatives take over, so you start understanding things more, and you're just like, yeah, but survival of the... Alright, fine. There's certain things that I hate. I hate when my dad's right about, like, dumb dad stuff. Like, when I was a kid, I was violently anti having children. I would go, I'm never having kids. Now I'm like, I don't know, maybe later. When the world's not falling apart, if and when. But my dad would just tell me, oh, you say that now, but you'll feel different when you're older, which you hate hearing from your parents. But I swear, that my opinion about kids stayed roughly the same until my very late 20s, and then into my early 30s, where I was like, alright, maybe one day. Later. Not now. I mean... I'm sorry to hear about your health issues. I'm a nutcase, and my family's full of nutcases. Technically, I'm off the hook, although my parents say I'm not. My first cousins, I said, if we want to abide by patriarchal naming traditions and standards, one of my cousins had a male son. I have a little second cousin, and he's gonna keep the last name, and I don't have to. I don't have to pass it on to anybody. It's not my responsibility. Yeah, I would agree. Artistic simplicity. There's no shame in either choice. What oh, well, yeah, very dangerous would be a point that any rational parent would... Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Eyes of Sin. Be the last of... I mean, bear it like a fantasy title, like... Or like the last son of Krypton, like Superman shit. What? Wait. Jason, stepbrother or like one of your actual younger brothers had a kid? This is news to me. Is it one of your brothers I've met? I think I've met all of them but Michael. Wow. Well, congratulations on becoming an uncle, dude. That's exciting. Bryce. Holy cow. Well, good for him, man. See, that's my reaction. Like, I'm in awe of people that go and have kids. For me, it's like, whoa, wow, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, no. You know, every day I wake up and I tell my girlfriend 6 pills a day keeps the crazy away. A day, not in my morning. That's like my dosages throughout the day. But now you know how, like, I'm a Looney Tunes. So like people having kids and being stable, that's admirable. But also, like, the world is literally, like, we're about to fall into the real world equivalent of The Walking Dead, and you're all Lori. Like, you're all like, yeah, let's just, I'll have a kid. Let's just do it. That's what it feels like to me. There's part of me that wants to be judgmental, but I'm also, again, you saw my initial reaction. It's impressed, but... One of my childhood best friends is actively trying to have a kid now, and he's a day older than me, and it blows my mind. It's weird for me because I've known him for so long, and then also, like, COVID's happening, and he just went, like, in remission for cancer. Like, he's taking all the risks. All of it. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a startling thing for me. Now, deep dive into my insecurities. I'm sure. Well, that, and he's also a stubborn son of a bitch. I mean, so my girlfriend and I so when COVID happened, there was this, like, brief moment where you had to decide where are you going to stay? Where are you going to quarantine yourself? And Jasmine and I decided to stay in New York City, knowing, like, it was quickly becoming an epicenter, but also being like, we don't want to stay with either of our parents. We have a life. We have a cat. We have, we like our apartment. So we decided we were going to not, like, thankfully both of us are able to work remote. And so far we're surviving. But, yeah, he's going to be fine. He got better and didn't even tell me. He had a surgery and didn't tell me until, like, months later. He's like, oh, yeah, it hurt for a while after my surgery. I'm like, what the hell? He's in my weekly D&D game. And I'm like, surgery happened already? He goes, oh, yeah, all the shit's removed. I'm like, should be done with chemo next week. Like, I was like, God, I mean, congratulations, but also, thanks for telling me after the fact. But, that's how those guys work, and I say guys because they're all my guy friends. my wolf pack of one. That's not true. Not of one, but very hangover-ish. The first one, not the sequels. So yeah, Jasmine and I, when we said we were going to stay here in the city, we resigned ourselves to like, look, we're either going to catch COVID, or when the world drops off, I'm gonna, New York's first place to get like really wrecked. We're fucked. We're fucked if society falls apart for medical or political reasons. So we might as well sit it out. And then the protests started happening, and every once in a while, Jasmine and I get very political. And by every once in a while, I mean like, all the time when I'm not on camera. I'm muted in my opinions. But we like being in New York because we can protest here. Yeah, Jay, right? It's only gotten worse as we get older, too. As a kid, I hated watching or reading the news, and now, like, I purposefully stay away from it because it's bad for my mental health, but I could fall into it. I'm sorry to hear that, Eyes of Sin. Cold is good. Cold freezes the germs. I'm just being weird. Did I finish? I did. Now what do I have to do? Okay, so I finished that quest step. Nightfall or Crucible Control. Let's do some Crucible. And hand in all these wonderful bounties. That's a wonderful idea. I can finish. I'm on the cusp of clearing. Yeah, I know, Jason. You just want me to get my face melted. I was doing this is a public event, so it's low effort. I was looking okay. But now I'm gonna go do Crucible, and I will live up to this stream's name, Destined for Failure, I promise. I made a nice portrait. For my Facebook entry, like on my Facebook schedule for my Twitch stream, and I want to put it in my background. I made a Destined for Failure thing. Yeah, well, I mean, so Jason just got back in, Jason, aka SoulKit, just got back into Destiny 2. He's been streaming other stuffs. Let's see, is there anything else I care about? Nope. It's the title of my entire Destiny stream. Time to get sweaty. Oh man. Jason, you just did the equivalent of Simpsons did it. You just Simpsons didn't it? Polygon's done everything. Brian David Gilbert's a very talented and unhinged individual. What am I trying to do? Solar. Do things. You just hopped on Crucible like everything was gonna be the same. You poor thing. Yeah, Pat has made me aware of the McElroy macroverse. I have not fallen down that rabbit hole. Yeah, see, that's my thing in memory. Is like Pat showed me a lot of stuff, and everything's been funny. But I'm like, they are in all the directions. They're everywhere. Till death do us blart. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think they keep track of anything. I think they are madmen who work on whims. Very talented ones who deserve all the praise they get. But it's kind of like podcasts. You know, people who are into podcasts are really into podcasts. I never got into podcasts that much. Everyone tells me, "Oh, you gotta listen to this podcast," especially in New York, where you spend at least an hour on the subway every day to get anywhere. That's me in the back. So I'm gonna take my gorgeous golden toaster, the Jotun. Jason, I don't know if you've seen much of Jotun yet. This is a new Destiny 2. Well, new for you. It's old. It's Destiny 2 exotic from the Black Armory DLC. You'd think I know the map by now. But I took the longest route possible to Route C. So Jotun is I have an ornament on it that makes it gold. It's normally black and more toaster shaped. I could show you the default shape when I'm not in the middle of a match. Which apparently we're winning while I'm like spacing out. But it's a fireball cannon. Oh man. I don't know if I could do that. Paul Blart. That's I mean, that's masochism. So if you can target them at the right way, this thing has like tracking. They've nerfed it because Jotun is OP. But you captured zone A. Zone advantage is yours. That's cool. You're gonna get it in a totally different way after November 10th. They are changing. I mean, the Black Armory is going away. It's part of the removed vaulted content. Ayo! I killed him anyways. This is going to be the slowest way to get Umbral Traces ever. But I still want to play some PvP, so that's fine. Like, the more efficient way to actually complete the weekly quest would be to go play Nightfalls, which I will probably do at some point. But I actually want to play Control right now. And it still helps progress, so that's cool. Please stop shooting. Why can't we be friends? These video games, it's so violent. That's my grandmother. If she smoked a pack of cigarettes every day. Avenge me. Oh, I hit my mic. I'm so sorry, people. I forget the mic's there. I'm not used. Greg bought me the mic. He complains about them all the time. But he bought the mic and he bought the camera I'm using. Like, you can't complain about the stuff you gave me. And now I'm leveraging it. Oh. Well, that's, can I tell you, so my girlfriend smoked when she first came to the city, and for personal reasons, I don't really date smokers. That's not, not cigarettes at least, not tobacco. Wacky tobacco is a different story, but, she didn't quit smoking for me. She quit smoking just because it was too damn expensive in New York. I mean, the packs are just, it's so fucking expensive. Crackle tobacco. I missed your Jasonisms. Close enough to meaning what you intend that, like, if you think about it for a second, you know what the hell he's saying. Let's shred. Gotta shred.
You captured Zone C. You have zone advantage.
I have my super. That's super duper. Let's use it. I didn't get anyone, but I trapped a guy. So that's how you don't use a super well. But to be fair, I'm terrible. And also, I don't... Solar's not my favorite subclass. It's not my best. But being roommates was fun. Like, there was a lot of other shit that wasn't fun going on. I had a job I hated and Jason was dealing with, like, a job he hated. We were both working jobs we hated. Sound tactics bring victory. Gotta shred. You are correct in memory. Stormcaller is my favorite subclass. Followed closely by Voidwalker. Yeah, no. It's an intimidation tactic as much as it is an opportunity to destroy people. Like, it's kind of like when they introduced Wither Horde, the grenade launcher that makes like these pits of damage over time areas. Yeah, you find a better match. No, now I'm gonna get it, like, absolutely demolished by whoever's next. So that only got me 8%. It would be going much faster if I did Nightmare Hunts or Nightfall, the Ordeal. But there's still benefit to doing Crucible, and it will help me finish up these things that are these grind-heavy bullshit quests that have been sitting in my log for a year. Captain Manic, hello. And yes, I went to go look at I was checking out my site. I was making sure everything was getting exported to YouTube. There's a link on my Twitch page. I have a YouTube channel. Literally, all it is this stream. It's just I'm preserving it, so nothing goes away. And oh, that's Witherhorde killing me. And you can go see my track record of shredding, win or lose. And you will see that Captain Manic is correct.
You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
I mean, so I skipped a season of Destiny this year. Like, I played most of the Shadowkeep year, year 3. But I skipped the season before this one, and as a result, some stuff piled up. And one of the things that piled up were these 2 exotic catalysts. Well, 3 really. I cleared 1, thankfully. The annoying thing is it just wants you to play the game, and it doesn't require you to use the exotic. It just wants you to play it a million times, but you have to keep the exotic in your inventory. So for a year, I have had like 2 guns in my inventory that I never use because I don't care about them. And they're almost done, and I can almost get rid of them. Did I get someone? I got someone. I got someone that time.
The lead is yours.
Yeah. It's Bungie. They apologized and, like, increased the multiplier on the grind and made it less nightmarish.
Zone B lost.
Most of my quest log will be cleared come November 10th because they're going to be incompleted pinnacle gun quests. And they're most of the PvP pinnacles because they're really hard to get. PvP's hard, and I'm not coordinated. Like, I wasn't even when I was young. It's not like that I got old. It's like I'm an enthusiastic gamer, but I'm not a coordinated one. Yeah, Steam leads to either some incredibly offensive or incredibly funny names. It's a real crapshoot. Sometimes there are political radicals. I see people with like ACAB, and I'm like, whoa, bringing politics to my Destiny. Excuse me, water here. See, look, I can drink water in my own hand. Nobody had to do it for me because I didn't suffer any strokes like our president. What? Speaking of political, so the problem with Jotun is that as a fusion rifle, it has a charge time. It's very powerful, and the drawback is that because it's very powerful, it takes a long time to charge up. It is one of the best guns ever. Anonymous chocolate, avoid bananas indeed, my friend. It's a theory. I'm spreading bullshit rumors. There's nothing concrete. But he was supposedly, like, hospitalized recently, and he made a very public statement today about how the media is lying and he didn't suffer a series of mini strokes. And I don't know, Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks was like, well, that's oddly specific.
You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
He made a clue. He made a clue analogy. He's like, it definitely wasn't Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. So, I don't know. I don't know how true it is. I know that he's making things scary. That's it.
You eat monsters for breakfast. You can win a battle for territory.
Twitter's full of strangeness in memory, and I don't give credit to much of it, which is why I was you know, take everything I'm saying with many grains of salt. If he was capable of like psychically projecting, we would be screwed though. That match didn't even count. It's normally not victory. Sometimes Bungie. Destiny just glitches out and will kick you back to orbit, and the round you played won't count for your weekly challenge. Yeah. Just imagine just waking up in the middle of the night, some ghostly, translucent Trump standing over your bed going, just vote for me, it'll be great. Best president. Boo. That new Sabrina show looks cool. My girlfriend's watching it right now. TV's like in eye shot. It looks cool. I don't know if somebody needs to make that movie. I feel like once he's out of office, we can have our springtime for Hitler moment. It could be anything, man. Everything is everything. To quote Grant Morrison.
Control.
Oh, Werecat. Hello. First off, I grew up in a very New York Jewish home, even though I was raised in Jersey, which is also kind of very New York of me. And we watched a lot of Mel Brooks, and I can sing that song verbatim, but DMCA and shit. That's alright. I also quote It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia a lot. And the problem with quoting it is that I'm quoting terrible people. Even though I'm not terrible, and I'm watching the show to laugh in their, it's Schadenfreude, but like, still, I'm saying awful things. I've managed not to quote It's Always Sunny a lot while I'm on here. But it's been hard, people. Jason, we're northeastern, like, vaguely metropolitan people. The producers is not universally known.
You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
Did you know I'm running around like a chicken without a head? Like, vaguely reading the chat and kind of playing PvP? Because that's my winning strategy. Grenade? Ah. I was hoping maybe he backed up into my grenade, but it was the dude's assault rifle. The one shooting the bullets.
Zone B lost. Power play. Enemy has your zone.
This is a fun map. Submit to my dark power. Fuck.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
To be fair, like, every other MMO I've ever played in my life, I've never bothered with the PvP content. And I'd play PvP on this. I have fun with it.
Zone A lost.
Chat is self-care. Yeah, sure. I guess this is... I don't know. I never thought of this as self-care.
You captured zone B.
I thought of it as a way to, maybe if I'm lucky, vaguely monetize a compulsive hobby. And I only started after I did the thing with Greg, because I didn't want to start from scratch. Because I'm not... Yeah, I don't know, I'm an acquired taste. I'm not like... Greg is very openly charismatic. I would say that's how he's achieved a lot of his success. I'm a grumpy old man. Even though I'm younger than Greg. So I got when this thing started up, I was like, my first thought was every session I'm gonna wear a Destiny themed shirt to D&D and maybe they'll notice. And then I thought, why don't I just like start streaming Destiny, especially when he started sending me all this equipment and it became clear that our stream was not going to be in person. Which, I mean, COVID or not, I'm really glad, because he lives in Jersey, and, like, the other Ari and I, back when he still lived in Brooklyn, we have to commute from Brooklyn to Jersey on, like, a Thursday night. It sucked. I would have done it, because, like, I loved the stream, and we were going to play in person, but that is no longer the case. And I think even after COVID lifts, logistically, I think it's going to remain with us off in our separate directions for the foreseeable future. I mean, to be fair, like, he lives on the Jersey Shore. He lives in, like, Highlands, but, like, he's really close to the city, but... Still, it's not like going to my parents' house. My parents live in what some people would say doesn't exist, but I'll fight you on it. They live in Central Jersey. I live like an hour and a half away from the city. I can't jump. I'm just gonna let somebody else have that heavy ammo, because I couldn't jump to it. I have my super, though. I got... What? Baloney. I know, but there's, like, a weird chunk of the internet that like, argues that there's only North and South Jersey. But I'm like, nah, man. I grew up like 15 minutes outside of Princeton. Like, I'm from Central Jersey. Like, we're not South Jersey. Like, have you been down to Cape May? That's South Jersey. It's Atlantic City. Like, it's a whole different world. And North Jersey is a different animal also. And and so is the Jersey Shore. Listen, I could get into the complex socio-political structure of New Jersey, but I don't think my viewers really want that that rabbit hole. I don't think they're prepared to really explore the armpit of America. Well, yeah, they're much the northeast. The northeast states, not all of New England, Massachusetts, I would include in this, but not like Maine or whatever. They're very dense, and even a small town is pretty big. And I grew up in like a planned suburb, in like a connected townhouse. I go back there to visit my folks, and it is so quiet. I could hear my heart beating, and I'm like, I can't believe I hit the mic again. I can't believe I grew up here. I spent 18 years there. I'm one of those people who never moved as a child. I grew up in one house, and then I went to college, and then I lived in New York. I've been in a lot of different apartments, but that's basically it.
You captured Zone C. You have zone advantage.
Well, my parents, they had, I don't know, an advanced form of schooling. They kept me on a device called the chair. And then in the chair, they kept my eyelids open, Clockwork Orange style, and indoctrinated me. So, that explains my gaunt physique. I was part of an experiment, so I didn't move a lot as a child. I hope my parents never see this.
Zone B captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on. Zone A lost.
I know they don't, because I told my dad about it. He got really excited that I was playing D&D online, and then was like, I can't figure out Twitch. I literally showed him how to do it, and he's like, nope, can't do it. Can't make it happen. Oh, Dad. Jason's just nostalgic. We played Destiny together recently, and he's riding a nostalgia high of when we were roommates. We all had fun. It was a fun apartment.
You fight like a demon through the zones. Bring me your friends. I need more like you.
Oh my god, my postmaster. Yeah, that came from last year's Halloween event, the Raven spawn. Pat and I both agreed it is the best spawn. There are a couple others that I really like, but the Ravens are my jam. I'm all out of... I gotta finish these weekly quests. I want that sweet, sweet Bright Dust. This, because I spent 6,000 Bright Dust, meaning I didn't spend any real money. I played the game so much that I had enough of the game's currency that you can use to buy cosmetics without paying for it. And then I bought... This is the seasonal solstice armor that changes color according to what subclass I'm in. All I want to do is is write a crow stories, do a crow thing. I'm the same 13-year-old kid that dressed up as the crow for Halloween. There's a folded up crow poster somewhere back there. I have an idea for a crow story, but it's really dark and I don't want to say it. Mostly because if I say it, then, like, I've spoiled it. Like, the whole point's keep it secret and write it down. Also, it's someone else's intellectual property and I'd be writing on spec and that would be stupid.
Move in and take those zones. They are your life. You captured Zone C.
I'm gonna stay here.
Enemy claimed Zone A.
I have 2 pieces left on Magnificent. I have... Damn you, you're supposed to home in.
Enemy claimed Zone B.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. You got a week left. It's rough. I'm kind of working on it on my Titan. The good news is like they speed it up for your alts. So if you complete it on one character, like it's twice as fast for the next one and then 3 times as fast for the third character. Which is a nice quality of life improvement that you only really have to grind one time. But I have 2 pieces of the Solstice armor I still need to get the armor glows for in Magnificent. I have to play Pit of Heresy, the dungeon, and then I have to wait for this weekend and play Trials of Osiris.
Zone C lost.
Yeah, thanks to the way the season pass works, I'm actually able to keep my alts at soft power cap, if not hard power cap, without really having to play them that much. Every season, just for the season pass, as long as you log in and collect for every character, you're guaranteed 1 good set of armor. So if you drop your highest level weapons on your character and then pick up all that armor, you're going to be like, you go up pretty quick in light level. Power level. Sorry, Destiny 1 term. Power. This button. This is just your light. That's what they called it in Destiny 1. I mean, not in a row, thankfully. And not on one card. Like, you can reset your Trials card whenever you want. But yes, you have to win 7... Not rounds. Full matches of Trials of Osiris. Which is 3v3 elimination and is awful. Yeah, you can tell who's a D1 player because they still say light. Yeah, you wish. Come at me. He wished, and his wish came true. One, if you, all of them are kind of dark. Going back, I'm rereading the chat. Are you talking about the glows, the armor glows? Yes, they're glitched, right? If that's your question, they're actually glitched. they're supposed to be much, much brighter. And Bungie has promised to patch it. But they also promised to make last year's Solstice Armor a Universal Ornament set, and they still haven't done that, so we'll see what happens. It still looks cool, but it should be much, much, much glowier. I should... Oh. Well, I was foolish for thinking we talked about Destiny at all on this stream. The Crow movies are all dark, and I love them. And I love the comic book too, the original. And by them, I mean like 2 of the Crow movies, and then the other ones are really bad. The original with Brandon Lee, and then there was a straight-to-video one, The Crow Redemption, with the Kirsten Dunst was in it. She wasn't the Crow, but this was like, she was big star power. That was at her Spider-Man days. No, it is not, Jason, but it is a talk about any random shit. Greg said it was my stream's the equivalent of AM radio. I hope that's a compliment. It is. He meant it as one, but I killed some dudes. That just happened. Nope, 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 nope. Big ol' pollen, nope. Oh my god, so much nope. All the nope.
Zone B captured. You have advanced.
Not making... I mean, I have an idea for one. I'm not actively writing it. I've jotted down some notes. Rough outline. Mostly that's the best way to get those ideas and projects out of your head. Because if you can't realistically sell it to someone, you shouldn't spend the time writing it, because writing takes a long time.
You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
But yeah. I was talking about how my idea was dark, and how Crow movies and comics and everything are generally dark. I mean, the comic is fucking bleak. If you know the story about why the comic even got made, you get depressed. This dude who was a cartoonist and like led a pretty crappy childhood. He fell in love and like really great woman, and then she got killed by a drunk driver. And he drew and wrote The Crow as a way to manage his grief. And the comic is not written by a sane person. Like, he was driven mad. He got better and sold the movie rights. But the comic, I highly recommend people read, because it's a very honest piece of art. The first movie's like one of the best 90s movies ever, and you should watch it because Bruce Lee's son is fantastic, and he died to make it, and you owe him that. Okay? He didn't plan on dying for it, but he did, and that wasn't cool. Did you not know that, Jason? About Brandon Lee? They had to change laws on and safety rules on movie sets as a result. It was a freak accident. They obviously use blanks when they shoot guns, and they were literally shooting the scene where his character is killed, and the one of the actors pulls out his gun, points it at him, safe range, and fires. But there was a little piece of like residue in the barrel. It was literally on set, like with less than a week or about a week left of shooting. So it was like late in production. It was a freak accident. They were filming that scene, and like a little piece of something that was jammed in the carbon that was inside the barrel of the gun came out and hit him and shot him in the abdomen. And now as a result, you can't ever directly point a gun at even one loaded with blanks, even like a rubber one, directly at an actor. They have to cheat it, and it has to be like 30 degrees off. It's like a safety rule.
Enemy claims Zone C. Enemy claims Zone B. It is lost. The battle is still close. Zone B captured. You have Zone
Yeah, it's all Brandon Lee. It's also extra sad because there's like this interview that he did, a press junket interview for the behind the scenes whatever on The Crow, and he talks about what drew him to the role, and it's this whole monologue about not knowing how many days you have left alive and all this shit. And you watch that interview and you get goosebumps because he had no idea. He was just got engaged. Like the dude was gonna go like be alive for a long time, like any human would. And instead, an accident happened that was stupid. But the movie's still fucking rad, and it was one of the earliest examples of using CGI to replace someone's face. They did it for a few shots, and they used a stuntman to like shoot around him. Oh no! I got booted? Error code. Oh, I got too depressing, and they kicked me off. There's like a limit of how much you're allowed to talk about depressing crap, I guess. The Crow's really fun. Go watch The Crow. I believe it is streaming on one of the many streaming services that we are all subscribed to, for there are but 4 corporations which rule our lives. I gotta shave my head again, but the mohawk's coming in. Oh, right. Twitch comes down and goes, "Hey, Jeff Bezos just called. You criticized our overlord, so goodbye." And I'm banned. I'm reading a comic book right now that is, it's by Grant Morrison. It's called The Invisibles. If you haven't read it, look it up. Like that kid from Cobra Kai. I haven't seen the new Cobra Kai show. I really want to. I love the premise of it, of reversing and making Johnny the hero and kind of making Ralph Macchio look like a D-bag a bit. I really, really, really like that. And the fact that they got so much of the original cast back for the new series is very cool. It's very cool. I think that's like one of the more clever reboots or cash-ins of franchises. Speaking of that, I know this weekend was mostly filled with people coming to terms with the tragic death of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. That guy was awesome. Um, Obviously, nobody deserves to suffer the way he did, especially when he was doing such good work. But Bill and Ted's Face the Music also came out, and I don't want to take away from the solemnity and the seriousness of what occurred. But if people haven't seen Bill and Ted Face the Music, what are you doing with your lives? Go watch Bill and Ted Face the Music. The new Bill and Ted movie is fantastic. It's wonderful. It's exactly what it needed to be. It was goofy, and you need to go watch it. Everybody needs to be excellent to each other. If I'm correct, I still haven't gone back to verify, but I believe my chat rules include be excellent to each other and party on dude. It's out. It's available on every service ever to either rent or buy. I bought it without seeing it because, dude, they have a station reference in the movie. I don't want to. I want to talk about it, but I can't. Station's not in it, but they reference Station. Thank you, Artistic. Oh my gosh. Jason, I'm just gonna say this, and it will mean nothing to you right now, but when you see the movie... Oh, good. Cool. I won't spoil this for anybody, but I'm just gonna tell you all, and this will have greater meaning after you see the movie, but my name is Dennis Caleb McCoy. And I just needed you all to know that. And now you're all going to be like, what the hell does that mean? And go watch Bill and Ted Face the Music and understand that what I just said was very funny.
Control. Show your enemy this place belongs to you. Take the zone. Enemy claims zone C.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm a firm believer in not telling people everything and letting them experience the story. So, I have friends that are like, wait, who's that? What's happening? Why are they here? And I'm like, watch. Just watch. They're introducing. This is how you meet the characters. I'm that type of person. Maybe that's because I'm a writer and I'm a jerk. Two independent facts together.
You have advantage.
But that's my preferred way of making people watch stuff.
Zone A lost.
So I don't want to spoil nothing. Although I desperately want to talk about it.
You have zone advantage.
I'm thinking of doing Amazon watch parties because I watch stuff. I don't know if anybody's interested in that, but I've been contemplating.
Zone A captured. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them.
I have zone advantage. You are correct. When you quote Shax, you do have to write in all caps because he only screams things. If they turned the writing in all caps into a video game character, it would be Lord Shax.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
Cool. So I'll probably do a watch party. My tastes are weird. I don't know what we'll watch. It's Halloween, so I may do a bunch of horror stuff. Hey, maybe I'll do a Bill and Ted Face the Music watch party. I bought it on Amazon. That could be a thing. Shax is... that is roughly their equivalents. If you have to compare it to Borderlands.
Captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
Dude, you missed out on the mini quest where you actually had listened to Shaq sing.
Zone C lost. You captured Zone A. You have zone advantage.
Oh my god, I got melted. By Randy Tutelage, or Tutelage. Oh my god, they're going for the triple play.
Zone A lost. Your enemy has a power play.
Come with me, and you'll see a bunch of fire and brimstone. I didn't fire him enough. Damn you. Damn you. Oh! Arr.
Zone A captured.
I hit him so many times with my fire swords. And I even sang a Willy Wonka ditty just short enough that I can't get sued.
Are gaining on you.
Whoop that. What? Hey. Hey, whoop.
Zone A lost. Your enemy has a power play. Enemy
There's a guy named Boba Fat Ass, which I want to get mad about, but I also kind of love that. I don't know what kind of person that makes me. But Boba Fat Ass. God, it's stuck in my head.
on the way. Drag them back. 5 minutes remaining.
I curse, but I don't know if I should put mature content on this. I'm not very mature.
B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Just musing out loud. And then there's also a Bat Maniacal, which is a very fun turn of phrase. I have this really terrible gamer instinct of when I see two opponents, not picking one of them, shooting in between them, and then believing that that will work. Even though I 1,000 times over have proven that that's not how aiming weapons works. My brain still goes, maybe if I shoot between them.
Zone B lost. You captured Zone C. You have advantage. Zone A lost.
I want credit,
Zone B. You have advantage.
and I want that kill. And I avenged my teammate. Yeah, I just... Look. Which is a good, yeah, a casual swear here or there, which is good for me. There's going to be a little bit of kitchen noise.
Zone C.
I've been warned. That was my distraction momentarily. But it's in the name of cookies, so you're all just going to have to bear with me. Because I get cookies at the end of this, which I know isn't really fair for you all, because you don't get cookies and have to put up with the noise. But, whatever. I get cookies.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
chocolate, white chocolate chip. Soft. Made with brown sugar, not white sugar, so it's soft. I lost viewers actively by talking about cookies. Everyone left to go get cookies. See, Werecat, you're very useful. I will carry heavy things from one place to another. Oh, an exotic engram, you temptress. Destiny. Except there isn't anything in an exotic engram that I don't already have. I should probably go through a bunch of my gear soon, shouldn't I? I think I've played enough of Crucible. Yeah, I did all the weeklies. I just have the arc damage one. What time is it? 7:17. Alright. That's good. What was that? Oh, hold on. What's the rotator matches this week? Team Scorched. Delightful. That is a team deathmatch where everybody gets these superpower rockets. So I'm gonna go manage my inventory, as fascinating as this is, and then we're gonna go do some Nightfall, which is like our hard co-op mission. This is the most Destiny thing you've ever seen. They couldn't just that one. Yeah, no, you gotta do a whole nother like half hour of your life to get it over the hump. That's 399 out of 400. That's Destiny in a... I'm like a battered spouse. It's not good. I'm gonna go back to the tower. That's what's gonna happen. But we're going to play some shenanigans because I'm trying to get my light level up. And I can't until I can get into my inventory. So I've got to free up some spots in my inventory. Yep, they always do that. It's like just one. Now go farm in this difficult task once again. Alright, so we're humming along here. What's this? Matt Vex on Mercury. I gotta go to Mercury. Yeah, I've had a lot of "are you kidding me" moments, yet I keep coming back. Because look how cool I look. I got like devil horns and stuff. Oh, so I was going to show you folks. Now I have a moment. So this is Jotun with an ornament that makes it look all gold and shiny. It's my gold toaster. This is what it normally looks like. And when you hold it, it's just this, it's a toaster. Because it shoots fireballs and it's a rectangle like a toaster. But I'm fancy schmancy, so that's what happens. I'm not talking to you, Drifter. That dude is the creepiest son of a bitch in Destiny. Alright, so in theory... do that. Go over here. Oh, I bash on the Drifter every chance I get. He is Destiny's creepy uncle. And he has a valid point of view within the lore of Destiny, and he will probably wind up being correct. But he is about as scuzzy. See, oh, well, someone's been using their inventory. So that's what I want. I want that 1058. The rest of this crap. So I got Lunafaction boots. But my legs are already at 1058. See, that doesn't help me. I need it higher in a different slot. I'm trying to raise my gear number. And there's no bad luck protection, so there's no guarantee that you're going to get a higher piece of gear for a slot that you don't already have a higher piece of gear for. I don't really use Lunafaction boots, so bye-bye. Let's clean up a little, though. Prime anger, that means I go to this dude.
Your return honors you, Guardian. What cipher is this?
Yeah. And the Drifter's, like, more baked than I am. Like, he's just, like, smoking darkness and being like, hey, bro, like, gotta watch out for those, like, Guardians, bro. You should hang out with old Drifter. And yes, he does talk about himself in the third person. He's the only character in Destiny who refers to themselves in the third person. And you know that's not a good sign of character. Like, have no fear, Chet is here. Chet wants some Tostitos. Like, fuck Chet. He doesn't always talk to himself in the third person, but it is a lot. Dumb character for dummies. I'm upsetting a whole bunch of the Destiny fan base by continuing to bash that guy. But they deserve it. They need to know the truth. This one's already been focused. That is true. He is a weird, creepy dude. Nope. I meant this.
Hope you get something good this time. And don't forget who gave it to you.
Whenever you feel like throwing some taken at your friends.
Oh, nope, those are pretty good stats.
There's enemies of humanity.
40 pizzas in 30 days. Some people have life goals, and you can't get in the way. Don't get in the way of people's dreams. That's really the moral of the story. Alright. Nightfall. Let's see what the deal is with this son of a gun. I'm not going to play Nightfall. I'm going to play on the easiest setting because I feel like it. Oh, let's talk if pizza's making me hungry. I'll probably play a little bit of this and then sign off and go eat because dinner sounds awesome. But I might be back on later tonight. I might not. So what is this? Taking combatants generate blight geysers when defeated. I don't like that term, blight geyser. Yeah, so Nightfall's different. There is the traditional, though it's about to go away, November 10th, there is the traditional old style Nightfall, which, like, the card and modifiers, like, Destiny 1. But they introduced this thing called Nightfall the Ordeal, which has multiple difficulty levels, and it adds all these modifiers to it. But it's only one strike over and over and over and over and over. There's a weekly Nightfall. Which is a blessing and a curse. Oh, Jason, you're going to see some Forsaken stuff. Because you don't have so okay, yep. Here we go. We're doing this. This is the Dreaming City. This is from Forsaken. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. And because it's Nightfall, there's like a wait for respawns. It's a long respawn wait. Or, well, not that long actually. But I ran in here playing like a fool. And we're already in restart checkpoints. So like if we were playing this as a regular strike, we wouldn't have reset right now. We would have just been able to respawn. Oh, this is thrilling. Okay. Back in the Dreaming City, from the top.
We're approaching the temple, Peter.
Copy that. Standing by.
Now there shouldn't be any champions in this, so I should actually change my assault rifle mod. Where the hell are my other teammates? Did they just go ahead? I should be with other people. Nope, I'm alone in this. They all bailed on me. No, they didn't? going on here? Who am I? Alright, they're still here. They just ran through this part and didn't bother fighting it. Which is probably what I should have done. It's not that bad when you have your teammates with you. It's just not something you're supposed to be soloing. Oh, look. Oh my god. Don't dare reset. Can we make it past the first area? That'd be cool. Son of a gun. Now, will you remember to revive me?
Heading inside now.
Yes, no, maybe?
Heart of the temple.
Good.
You're looking for one of the queen's
Neither. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Neither. Yeah. Yeah, neither of you resed me.
Her will is not her own. Grant her the mercy that she
They
cannot
both
grant.
ran up and were like, ah, we'll let the other guy do it. Fireballs. Nobody can suck on my fireballs. I deserved that. That was for the suck on my fireballs comment. Oh, I do not like this team. I do not like this. I do not like this. Alright. Folks. Let's try this again, but like, you help me shoot things. I'm gonna have to pull them forward into the next checkpoints.
Let me have a look at that console. This is some kind of elevator.
Alright. Screw it. I'm supposed to have 2 other people with me. But I don't. Boy, I can't even heal. No, I'm knocked off the map. Reset. No. Now we reset. This is painful. My stream's living up to its name. I should not be at the top of this. I'm a bad Destiny player. Oh my god, I am so disinterested in fighting all of these guys again. Ow. Alright. Let's see how long it takes these dunderheads. That's a fun term my dad liked to use. Come on. Thank you. This is so I can shame them. Any day now. This is bad Destiny etiquette, but I really just want to bail on these two. And I'm recorded, so like my bad etiquette will be remembered forever. I will have my super. That is the upswing. It will also be the year 2021. Come on, Glacis, let's do it. What the fuck are you doing? Stop contemplating your navel and come over here. We're trying to play Destiny, and this son of a gun is up there meditating and finding enlightenment. That's the only possible... Yes. Now this one's in menus. So let's... Thank you. Alright. You're still in menus. That is awesome. Jason, you're like my Jerry Springer audience. You're encouraging my smack talk. You're an enabler. Yep, you need to... Uh-huh. That is true. Good choice. Good choice. As far as gameplay decisions go. Now the next best decision, will they understand? They did. Brilliant. Okay, silly Dokio. Now we're progressing. I biff that. Okay, now does... keep trying to toss it to one of them.
Heads up.
That's ridiculous that that's on melee. They reprogrammed and redid how like some of the solar builds work, and they changed the top tree solar, and now I shoot like 3 fireballs. Nope. Well, SOL. This is rough. This is not a good run. For the record, like after 15 minutes, our modifier is gonna go to 0. Like, this is a timed thing. Oh my goodness. I can't with these fellas. I'm out. Yeah, what are they? No excuse. This is a 750 difficulty. I really don't want to keep playing this. Oh my gosh. Forgive me. I'm bailing. I can't. This is agonizing. It's agonizing and my tummy is rumbling. So I think on this ignominious and cowardly gesture on my end, in which I left those 2 people that were very hard to play with, I think I'm gonna pause this surprise stream. I think this is where we stop. This is about 2 hours. It's pretty good. I might be back on later tonight. I will definitely be sticking to the schedule that is listed on Twitch. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Thank you, Jason, for coming by SoulKit and dominating the chat. You took the place of my other friend Nate, who normally does this. So you took on the Nate job tonight. I will see everyone at least Wednesday for another Destiny stream, and then Thursday we're going to get back to Cyberpunk, and that should be exciting. Alright, so until then, thank you folks. Thanks for watching.